what the French public have until November 26th to actually decide the name to give this mascot. I think I actually love one, Super Victor. That's the one I really think will be cool. What do you think about the mascots?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's fun, yeah. But what I want to say really is we're yet to see the Equatorial Guinea mascot for 2015.
Come on, they just give them very 2 months to it. Of course, they wouldn't really have that much time. That's
what I'm saying is I can't.
Wearing the national colors of the host nation.
Yeah, I want to see what Equatorial Guinea have to offer in terms of their mascot as well for next year's Nations Cup. That's all I'm saying. I'm not really saying anything other than that.
Okay, well, this is really beautiful, really, really cool. Okay, now let's talk about the teams that are really preparing for this great tournament in France. Of course, so many of them played international friendlies yesterday, and of course, but the focus for me, I thought it was going to be Argentina and Portugal. But what happened yesterday, we didn't really see much of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi making a huge impact in that game. Okay, let's just switch to England, Scotland and England at Celtic Park, when really scoring a brace in that game. It ended 3-1 in favour of Scotland, and some people actually saying the Scottish boys, but they called them the Scottish boys and the English men. That was what was used for them. I don't know what that means. I think it's because of the way England actually tore them apart. Portugal and Argentina, 1-0 it ended in favour of Portugal, and of course Guerrero ensured that bullet header was the one that sank the Argentines at Old Trafford in that game. Germany and Spain. Germany winning that one by a lone goal. France beating Sweden by a lone goal. Italy and Albania. Italy winning by a lone goal, and Republic of Ireland and USA 4-1. That's the biggest result of the night.
Yeah, definitely. The Portugal-Argentina game was an anticlimax. Both Ronaldo and Messi didn't really star in that game. They were both taken off at half-time, so he didn't really live up to the billings at all. Scotland, England went into the Lions den and basically took their lunch without any problems. It was a very solid performance by the three Lions. And there was a guy, his name is Paul Parker, former England defender. Before the game, absolutely criticized Roy Hodgson.
Yes.
Yeah, but then he basically said he was not capable of leading England against
sterile England, right?
Exactly, but look at what they've done. It was a very impressive performance. And remember, when he got a brace, makes him he has 46 goals now for the national team. It's very close.
One more, right?
Yeah, no, it's very close actually matching the record of Bobby Charlton, who was on 49. So I think it's safe to say we will beat that record eventually. And I'm going to the Germany game, 1-0 over Spain. Toni Kroos with a late winner in that one.
We didn't really see much of the superstars of that.
Exactly, and France 1-0 over Sweden. Rafael Varane, the young defender from Real Madrid, got the goal in that one. And the very interesting one for me is the Italy versus Albania. Stefan Chuka. Do you remember that name?
Yes.
Stefan Chuka made his debut for Italy yesterday, and he got the only goal for.
And he came in as a substitute.
Exactly. I remember there was a time the NFL was trying to bring him to play for Nigeria. It's not too late though. It's just a friendly. Yes. So he might still switch allegiance to Nigeria later on. And very good result for Highlander over the United States, 4-1.
Okay, that's for the international friendlies. Now let's go to the new capital city of sport, or what do you call it, where they're hosting the 2022 World Cup, whether they like it or not. And of course, right now they've won the bid to host the World Athletics Championships in 2019.
Yeah, big one for Qatar again, and we all know the controversy still surrounding the FIFA awarding them the hosting rights for the 2022 World Cup, and they go again and get this very huge one again, arguably one of the biggest athletics events in the world. So it's a good one for Qatar, definitely, and I'm thinking to myself, what next for them now? Can they get Olympics?
Okay, if they can definitely host the World Cup successfully, I think they will get that, because of this one they actually decided to host it in September, which is usually not the normal time for it. For them to have put that into consideration, yes. I think they might just be targeting Olympics next.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, that might be on the horizon for Qatar. This particular beat the likes of the beat
Barcelona,
the likes of Barcelona out in Eugene, and so it wasn't easy at all. But it shows you for the IAF to actually vote for them, then they must be doing something right. I know the 2022 World Cup is another different ball game entirely. It's different, but right now they seem to be doing something right. So Good luck to Qatar as regards hosting the competition.
Okay, now that's Rafael Nadal. Of course, he's enjoying some game of poker with Ronaldo. Talking about Brazilian Ronaldo. What? Okay, it's really
Ronaldo.
The real Ronaldo. Okay, but he said he will be back in January. Of course, he should be ready for the first Grand Slam of the year. But remember what happened to him? Injury layoff. The season doesn't really be the best for him. But he's looking forward to coming back, and he really wants to do it very, very soon. Let's get to just listen to him before I ask you some few questions, especially about this poker game that he's playing with Ronaldo. Definitely enjoying himself, despite the fact that he's still recovering from injury.
So I'm gonna have all the month of December to try to put my tennis and my body at the right level to be competitive at the beginning of January, and that's my goal. I'm gonna work a lot on December, and I hope to be healthy to work as much as I need and as much as I want. And if that happens, I really feel confident that I can come back strong. So during this year, I had some periods of during the year that I had some problems on the back. So it's true that during these months that I didn't have the chance to compete, and all the things that happened to me, especially the last one, and I should have announced to play the last part of the season. I have time enough to try to fix my back 100% again, and that's what I am trying.
Fix it soon.
Yeah. Hopefully, Nadal returns to full fitness by January. It's been a very disappointing end to the year for Nadal. All kinds of physical problems. The latest being the appendicitis issue, where he had to undergo surgery. So, if I was to rate Nadal's year on the tour, I'd give him about 7 over 10. He just won the Grand Slam. That's the French Open. Like, he's going to win that even if he's on the sick bed.
Of course.
so that doesn't really count. So yeah,
like a birthright for him.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully he's able to actually put all these injury worries behind him for good. But because of the way he plays,
yes, he's prone to it.
Yeah.
He goes for every ball, his movement and all that.
Yeah. So perhaps he works something out as regards his style of play as well too. I don't really see Nadal letting up when it comes to playing tennis at all.
I don't think he can do that also, because if you check what happened to Roger Federer before the game against Novak Djokovic, he knew how big it was. When he had a back injury, he just couldn't play. Some people were saying that if it was Nadal, he would still come on court and just try to play. But when you were injured, and I mean the game ended in a way that the fans are not really happy, so it's better you don't just go there.
Yeah, definitely.
But Nadal really wants to do that.
Yeah, but my point now is that Nadal is getting on in age now. He knows he's not getting any younger. So I think he will start taking a little bit of, he'll start being careful in terms of managing his injuries this time.
Now let's talk about this man. PT2, of course, he's been suspended for the rest of the season, and of course without pay this time around. Yeah,
it's a shame it has come to this, but it was always going to be this now. We remember he was indicted for child abuse, for actually beating up his son. Yeah, people do these things all over Africa and they get away with it, but the moral of the story is you can't afford to be reckless.
Yes. When you're a star, when everyone is looking up to you.
Exactly, and it doesn't really matter if it's your son or not. You can't do that. So he's paying for it right now. He's already signaled his intention to appeal it, but I don't really see anything coming out of it. The season is done as far as I'm concerned, and it won't be back until April next year.
Yeah, it's a hard one for him, but I think it's a lesson to all the footballers, everyone across the world, all men, women, do not parents especially, do not hurt a child. I think they really deserve to be loved. Okay, we'll wrap up on this one. Rory McIlroy aiming to actually make the best of it all at the end of the year. Well, Dubai European Tour, the finals will be starting tomorrow. Of course, Rory McIlroy is one man that is being told to actually win. You think he can actually win this one time, winning the race to Dubai?
Yeah, we'll find out. Well, but we can say he's in very great form.
Yes.
He's had an amazing year. Remember that the 2 majors is won. So I won't be surprised that if he ends up actually winning the tournament again. But you know, there are great golfers around as well, so it won't be very easy for him.
For him, it's going to be a tough one. Thank you so much for being part of the show. We'll leave you with pictures coming from Rory McIlroy. What they had to say ahead of the last event of the year. Bye for now.
It's very special. You know, the race to Dubai is something that's very important to the players, and it's one of your main objectives starting out every year. But to finish, you know, the second time in 3 years as Europe's #1, and I think the youngest to win 2 European Tour titles or race to Dubai is something that's quite nice too. So you know, a great way to finish the season, and hopefully I can back that up with a good performance here this week. I've taken a few weeks off, and I'm sure I'll be a little bit anxious going to the first tee on Thursday. Not really, you know, knowing what to expect, but just, you know, having not played in a while, there's always, you know, a little bit of sort of doubt in your mind.